Hello fellow gardeners and also fellow YouTubers. Today we're working with hydroponics. For those new to hydroponics, let me give you a quick lesson. Dirt does two things for a plant that can be replaced by a hydroponic system. It provides structure for the plant to grow and also provides nutrients. Those can be replaced by a system with these little baskets that supply the structure. Inside the basket is a small piece of foam. That piece of foam has a seed in it and it grows roots that will grow down through the basket. The basket will sit into the hydroponic system up into these little slots like this, several slots. This particular system is from Amazon. It was listed this morning at $74.99. It is a 36-inch and it also grows 36 plants. It goes together really simple. You push it together like this. One thing to be careful of, in this one right here, it has to force the water down into this pipe. So there's a little stopper right here. Make sure you get that in the correct position in pushing it together. So we push it together, just like that. Make sure it's all nice and snug. I don't glue anything. It will work for the season, and then I can take it apart after the season. Other ways for starting plants include rock wool, which is like this, also from Amazon. It breaks off into small pieces. A seed goes in there. It is in a tray that provides it water and food until the seed gets going and can be put into the system. This hydroponic system, again for $74.99 on Amazon, includes the whole thing you see here. It includes the pump that goes down into the water and pumps the water and nutrients to the food or to the plant, and also includes the timer. Standard setting as it comes. It works for 5 minutes every half hour, pumping that water through the system. It runs on AC and is really easy to operate. It does not include the base or the place where the water would go in. So I use a structure like this, just a little tub. The system fits inside the tub like this. Let me put this together for you, give you a really good idea. Okay, so that is like this. And then this goes down in that supply like this. And it hangs on the wall of my little greenhouse in the back here. So the water is pumped up to the top. Again, it circulates this way through the system and back down into the supply tank. Very easy to put together, very easy to operate, and really fun to watch. The next step in our system would be getting the water in and getting it circulating. I like to do that a little bit ahead of time and get it circulating through the system for a while so that when I put the plants in, the system will be ready for the plants. Arrow Garden is the brand I happen to use. There's all kinds of brands of hydroponic plant food. This one's easy. I don't have to mix anything and I got a really good result. This is my 3rd year on this little container. So it doesn't take a lot of food. In fact, when I grow lettuce, I do everything I can to minimize the food as it gets growing so they can just have a lot of water inside that lettuce so that it has a really good taste. Plants like cucumbers, squash, zucchinis, I've tried all that in the hydroponic system. They get out of hand. You have to continually tie up the branches. The best thing for hydroponics I've found is leafy vegetables like any sort of lettuce, romaine, kale, lettuce like that. So the next part, we'll take this out to the greenhouse, we'll get it all set up, and we'll pick back up on the video at that point. Here we are with the hydroponic setup. As you can see, the supply goes to the top. It pumps through the system, hitting these plants, and it goes down in and drains into the drain box into the supply right here. The little pump that's inside, I like to keep close to the place where the water goes in that creates bubbles, and that will help create a little bit of oxygen for the plant. I've cut the box in such a way that it can drain easily. The supply and the water coming from the pump go in that same hole. This one I have set up in such a way that I can access that easily and get to the pump. It also provides me an easy way to add water, to check the level, and to add any food I need to add. The roots are beautiful. Here we have, you can see, here's one of our plants. This is a lettuce. We've got two types of lettuce. We got a kale on the bottom and an assortment. So these 3 rows are the same, and this is my assortment of different things. This is a kale. This is a set it and forget it type of system. You got to just make sure there's water and food available, and it continues to pump by itself. We'll do some updated videos coming up that will let you know more about the progress in this system. Here's an update to a video I did about getting plants started. This is on the far end, different kinds of peppers, different kind every row. The middle tray is Better Boy tomatoes and Roma tomatoes close to us in that tray. Helps thicken up the salsa. Also on the left side are jalapeno peppers that are growing so well, just about ready to advance into larger pots. On the right side are different kind of flowers that we use. And then right next to the water bottle are a couple plants that smell really bad and keep animals away from the garden space. They're worked with just timers on heating pads. You can see the timers on the right. And this is growing really well. Above it I have some grow lights, which are Spider Farmer brand grow light. There's 2 of those that hang and support this growing space until it's ready to go into the garden. There you have it. That'll be the end of this video. Check back in for more progress. Any questions you have about gardening, about hydroponics, about putting together a YouTube channel, I'm willing to share anything I've learned. Just leave a message in the comments. And remember, I'm rooting for you.